And we are back straight to YouTube this time, not trying to do anything too technical via restream. We'll see how it goes. Look at that, 0 drop frames for now. We'll see how it goes. I don't know what is up recently. So typically I use restream to go to Sydney and push out to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Last 3 streams have gone. Oof. I'll give you the example. Nothing's changed my end. Just a typical tech answer there. Anyway, we're just straight to YouTube now. The chat here is going to go away. I will take that away. And drop frames have started again. Wow. If that's... Just let me know how it goes. Yeah, sorry. If this doesn't work, we'll see how it goes. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah, the technology hasn't changed. Encoding overload, considering turning down the settings or using a faster CPU? Encoding preset. Yeah. Yeah, if this one doesn't work, we're done with streaming for the foreseeable future. I just won't do it. I don't like tech that doesn't work. And at the moment, all this streaming tech is not working. Hope everyone is well. Short Lama lab test this morning. If the stream lasts. Yeah, no Twitch. Twitch and restream at the moment are in my shit list. Sorry, they're just not working. So I will revert back to OBS. I might go live again tonight with another short ride or something, depending on what I'm testing. I don't know. I do, yeah. But we'll see how it goes. Look, if the technology is not going to work, though, I do not want to, and I do appreciate people like watching the live streams. I like doing them too. But if the technology is going to become frustrating for both me and the viewers, where it's buffering and stuttering, and it's going to go live here and go there, I'm done with it. I don't have time for that junk, and I don't want to put anyone else. Yeah, marbles. So the marble stream worked fine last night. It wasn't an issue at all. So I went live on just Twitch. We're playing marbles. That's pretty cool. I'll get rid of the chat here because we're not using Restream at the moment. No more than an hour this morning. Assuming the stream stays up, we're going direct to YouTube. Restream chat, goodbye. We can go full screen, we can go phone focus, Restream chat, you can go bye. So I was going... Max is here too. I was going Restream straight to Sydney. That's been fine in the last few months. Then I was using Restream... Yeah, Max. Then I was using Restream Singapore last night, which was fine. This morning, as soon as I hit go on the dual stream... Poof. Terrible. This is looking okay for now, going straight to YouTube. Morning, Stefan. How you doing? Troy, yes, definitely a good stage at the tour last night. Max thinks so as well. He's here screaming away. Firmware testing again, but a more structured one than last night. But we'll see how it goes. Hope everybody is well on a Saturday morning or Friday night, wherever you are. Yeah. I like streaming to Twitch as well. But if the technology is not going to be there, they're not going to work for me. I do not have enough time in the day to compile source code, so to speak, with getting this stuff set up. Life's too short to muck around with crappy technology, and this is definitely crappy technology. Titans Grove, which is a bit of an over and under session here for the power meters. And then we'll be into a Lama Lab test short, which is only 5 minutes rather than the 10-minute section. Still got a bit of a head bug myself. Thanks to Max going to daycare last week. Good job, Max. He's over it. I'm not. So we'll see how we go through those short sections. The sprint won't be too much. Stream looks okay for now. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down the video settings or using a faster encoder. That could be to do with the GeForce drivers. Yeah, indeed, Raul Lucia. He's a good guy. We saw his live stream last night. Oat route, good stuff, Martin. Hey, Martin, with the oat route France, were you in a back group that caught the front group? People are saying that it's all in one now, where there's different. Maximo, what are you doing, buddy? There's different start groups, but they all merge. So you're better off being in the D group, working your way through to the front of the A group, or catching, rather than being in the A group on the front, straight in the wind. So no chat above here because technical reasons. 4 groups, it was a mess. I was in C and caught by D. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Also past Bs. Okay, so that's known as Fondo doping. That's been an issue at all the Grand Fondos that I've done down at the here in Victoria, where people would be, if you're in the front group, there's a timing mat a kilometre down the road, people would just let everyone go, and then you catch onto the back, and then you blast through. You pass the start and finish line or the timing mat well back, and then you catch everyone, and then you're well up on them on time. It's a there's a big explanation about how it all works, but it's not fair. If that's I think if they're doing different groups, they should hide them. Everyone's in their own blob, because you're disadvantaged of being in the front group. So that's cables, Max. Yeah, if you're in there just for your own pace, that's not a problem. But for those going for a result, you can game the game. That's a little unfair for those who don't understand how to game the game, I think. Alright, I'm going to switch on this other fan. Alrighty. I don't have the headwind hooked up to the heart rate monitor or speed sensor. The manual control is enough, as long as I can do it remotely. Remote manual control. That's it. 60 Ks at 11 PM, not pushing it. Yeah. I think the next few are going to be quite hectic. All the way to the top of Ventoux, and then the one after that is to the, is it Chateau Reynard? James, feel free to jump on, for sure. Watopia is an open world at the moment. I'll be doing an erg mode session in a minute, but you can keep a track of where I am on the live stream versus your own ride. But yeah, feel free to jump on. Not a problem at all. Oh, definitely not feeling it though. Technical issues just do my head in. I think Von the other night was had a route badge issue or Zwift crash, and she's like, yep, no, I'm done. Last night I had the same, this stream just completely went south with the link. Just stepped off the bike, we were done, and we played marbles for a bit. Long and winding, my days of head-to-head racing for views are gone. I'm not interested. It's yeah, the racing, whilst it's fun for people to watch, performing monkey tricks are, yeah, not in my headspace at the moment. I'm interested to see how other people are using this bike technology. Ventoux in 8 hours time, good luck. It's a long slog, Ventoux. It's doable though. Hey Von. Thanks. Yeah, we were, so was I. See you, Max. Bye. See you, mate. And there goes Max. Yeah, it's a hard one. Do we go repack ridge? No, I'm not doing repack ridge today. Yeah, Grant, you're right. The tour did start about that time last night, which was handy. It's just so I totally get it. People think that I might be supplied technology that works a little better than everybody else. Power meters that have been tested a little further, or trainers that have been hand-picked, or provided services that are above and beyond the average person. Holy crap, that is not the case. It is definitely not the case. I deal with more shit than the average, swapping power meters over and batteries and sensors and beta firmware, and hopefully we can wade through the crap and find some good technology. It's been few and far between recently. Anyhow, marbles was fun last night. More fun than riding a bike. Cheers, Martin. Have a good one, mate. Alright, so I've split the Assioma Duos to Assioma Unos to test the single-sided power meter. So I don't have to do some head math between total power and left doubled. So this is the power meter I'm looking at the moment. Whew. Okay, I think I've got the tunes. I think everything is good. Here we go. What level to get the Tron bike? Level. It's not level based. You need to climb 50,000 meters of elevation with the Everest challenge selected. So you need to be, where are we? Here. You need to have, so that's a click button right there to select the challenge. The Everest challenge needs to be selected. That one there. And 50,000 meters. Then you will be awarded the concept bike, aka the Tron bike. That's how you get Tron. Yeah, you can get there anyway. Just as long as that way is up. Whew. All right. Here we go. Good job, Barnes. Solid warm-up. I'm on the Neo 2T, so no need for a spin down. I've ridden this power meter combo last night. Room temperature hasn't changed, so I'm not going to do a zero offset at 10 minutes. If a power meter really requires a zero offset every time you jump on the bike and then 10 minutes later, not a good solution. I do it often to give it the best chance of being accurate, but real world scenario, even having to zero a power meter at the start of a ride's a pain. Something like an auto zero, very handy. Magic zero on the Quark, very handy. The Vector 3s do auto zero. A creative way, because you've always got, obviously, pressure on the pedals when you're clipped in. So it can never zero offset whilst you're on the bike. But it knows when it's stationary and upright, it will wait, it'll do a zero itself after 5 or 10 seconds. Zwift raising $450 million in spending on Zwift. What are my thoughts regarding the development? My thoughts aren't based on anything that's been posted so far by the business analysts on the forums. We just don't know, and you will not know what Zwift are going to do. Publicly, they will say what is publicly advantageous to say. We're going to broaden our horizons, we're going to work on hardware. What are they actually going to do? We don't know. It's rubber hits the road. We're going to have to wait. The hardware thing is not new. A lot of news agencies have picked up on Zwift going headfirst into hardware. Reverse back for the last funding round. That's exactly the same thing they said. So there's nothing new there. No idea. And I don't think I've read anything that's informed me any more of their standard press release. So a lot of speculation, a lot of clickbait on that. Well done for them for raising $450 million. It's a privileged position to be in to have something worth that much. What an asset for something that was developed in a garage. That's a success in itself. What they do won't be driven by what people are posting about on the forums. I'm sorry. It'll be driven by the bigger overall plan. And I think it will be more like Peloton than anything else. Kyle selected the California challenge. And then, yeah, that's a tough one. PRL full. Well, the PRL full won't be on Twitch based on this level of service that have been provided. This is fine. This is going straight to YouTube. So it appears Restream are, which kind of sucks. Restream have been great so far. I'm not sure, but it's really hard to continue testing that. Even this morning, I'm like, do I even go to Restream again and try what failed last night? Yes, I am hard to draft because I will jump into the center of the road. I've got to go public for my streams to test things, and it's the streamer who cried wolf, going live and then not going live and then going live and then not going live. Things need to be Apple easy, iPhone easy, Google out of the box easy. We're not there yet. I think it's looping back to the funding of Zwift. Hello, runner. I think that's what Zwift need to move towards. As I said last night on the stream, there's 27 or so different companies involved in what I've got running here in the Llama Lab. If I have any issues, it's a game of handball. Sorry, my stream's going to crap again. It's a game of handball between 27 different companies. You've got something like a Peloton model. They can look after the customer. They can also upsell. They also get all the profit on everything they sell. Whereas Zwift doesn't get anything from Wahoo, or Tax, or Favero, or Polar, or Garmin, or Elite, or Shimano, or Giant, or Apple, or Samsung, or what else have I got here? HP, Microsoft, Velomats. It's just off the top of my head the number of companies that are involved in what I can see right now. Peloton, all in one, pull it out of a box. There you go. Yeah, look, I'm not sure if I'll, yeah, if the stream is going to be troublesome technology-wise, I'll go out and ride my bike elsewhere, sorry. These streams, whilst I love the streams, and you know I love the streams, they're not that beneficial for the channel. They don't result in channel growth. Actually, I get quite a few unsubs. So that's the way it is. Streams are treated very differently on YouTube than static videos. All right, 20 minutes in. What do we do? Llama Lab test short coming up. But I might go out and play with the magpies this afternoon if the weather is good outside. Alright, 20 minutes done. Art Barnes heading left up ahead. Heading left. Alright, E4 workout mode, of course. Llama Lab test short, 200, 250, overs and unders. I'm not going to worry about this other section here. Oof. And away we go. I can pop out the chat and have it in front of me. That's a little better for me. Rock and roll. I don't mind a windy ride, as long as the wind is consistent. You can push into it and have a nice ride home, but when it's blustery, that. New courses on Zwift coming in the future. I hope they do something with the dirt roads. New courses are a bit of flashbang. People are really interested in them for a week or two, and then they just become like another piece of furniture. I think rather than a new road, I'd rather have that new user experience, not the user interface. That's something different. The user experience of being able to choose different rides and routes. I like to see them all interlinked. So I can go from here, maybe jump through a tunnel and end up in London, jump through a tunnel, end up in France, jump through a tunnel and end up somewhere else. That'd be better. That'd be better. Yeah, a bit choppy on the webcam there. Hopefully the stream is looking a bit better. Alrighty, alrighty. Why is it so hard to ride Von 2? You pay money for Zwift, they make it miserable to ride what you want. It's so hard to ride, as in to, well, obviously it's hard to ride because it's a hill, but hard to select as a route. You can do a meetup. Again, that's just part of the whole, how the whole platform works. Going left. Which needs a bit of a refresh. Yeah, the user experience. Wow, that stream is completely junk. We'll get through this Lama lab test. I'm going to trash this machine. We'll start again from the streaming stuff because this is absolutely a horrible watch. It's definitely not 60 frames a second. I'm getting no drop frames, but the encoding is just absolutely junk. So Neil, you can do a meetup at any time and select any of the Von 2 routes. Well, there's other ways to ride virtual Von 2. 2 minutes 30. I'm just delaying here, getting into the erg mode section. Power numbers looking pretty similar. We'll look at this later on though when I put them side by side. I hope so. I hope Zwift make all worlds available without doing hacks, yeah. I hope so. But that's... A lot of what people want at the moment are fixing the current issues with what's currently around. I want to be able to do this and do this and do this with what's currently there. I want to know what's going on in 2 years' time, what's going on in 12 months' time, what features... Because none of that changes the actual experience on the bike. Even changing the user interface, like the click-through menus at the start, takes 10 seconds for me to jump through before I start my ride, and then I'm in the ride for an hour. I don't care about that 10 seconds. I care about how the game changes for this whole hour. Steering? Let's change the game. As for selecting which worlds, being able to select both worlds, or all worlds, any world, that would make a few people happy for a week or two, but they need to change the entire experience. And I think interlinking them within the same world here would be probably a better way of doing that. If I could pick one power meter for the use the rest of the time, which one would I pick? Eric, I wouldn't. I'd throw everything away and just go ride my bike. Same with smart trainers, indoor riding and all that. People are always looking for me to tell you which one would I buy? Myself. They've all got their problems. Quark have been pretty reliable. Asioma, on my bike all the time, most of the time. Make of that what you will. I think Quark and Asioma have been pretty good. What would I buy though? Yeah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't waste my time with bike ticket if there was only one I could ride for the rest of the time. The same answer for trainer. Lama Revolution is just such a good trainer, but nobody wants to hear that because you can't buy them and they're not through axle compatible. At what age do you put your son on a trainer and on Zwift? I wouldn't. My son will have to be old enough to want to do that himself. Like putting a hamster on a spin wheel, wouldn't it? Forcing that? No. I can't imagine putting a 5-year-old on and saying, come on, do an FTP test. Up, up, up. Gear-wise, center of the cassette, 39 on the front, 24 seconds. Eric Min says right on. Thanks, Eric. All right. Hay fever season, yes. I don't suffer from that, thankfully. 20-minute block? Really? No. This is only a 10. That's my text that I haven't updated on that. All right, 5 minutes, 200. Into 5 minutes, 250. And then some fun over and unders. Finding a trainer for a little kid is also hard. I think finding a car park or an empty space for them to ride outdoors is probably a little easier and a hell of a lot more fun. Maybe if they gamify this a little more, it'd be good for kids. But for the training effect, I think it'd be considered animal abuse if you put a kid under 10 on Zwift without them wanting to be on there themselves. Hey Barnes, that's the beta kit? It is too. Unavailable these days. Oh, there's a pace bot. It is, you've got the Slim Z. Slimzy. There we go. Bowie Brevet. Have again with this rain of thumbs. So the pace bots are a simple 1 wattage, 1 cadence monster. They do not change. Pretty much like my erg mode here. Testing Dennis on the Neo 2T with the Asioma pedal switch to Uno and the tempo power meter. Single-sided left, Shimano based. So it's a newer firmware on that we're looking into. So grabbing some steady state stuff here, some over and unders. I'll do a short little sprint. Then I might go for a ride outdoors later today. Oh, between the magpies. Had the camera on the front of the bike yesterday. You couldn't see the magpie swooping, but you could sure hear the thing squawking away. The pace bots aren't like the old blue bots. The old blue bots were weird. I'm not sure. Could you draft the blue bots? I'm not sure you could draft those blue bots. But they would be a little variable. They weren't fun to ride with anyway. Whereas at least the pace bots, you know what they're doing. Good evening, F-Dub, welcome along. You could draft the blue bots, okay. I just remember getting frustrated with them a lot. Because they weren't consistent, or they would... Yeah. They just weren't fun. Nick Bensley, welcome along. 200 watts for Nick Bensley. This is probably 1/4 of his FTP. This will be a very chilled ride for Bensley. Kevin, welcome along. Just ordered the 2T on your recommendation. Yeah, 2T is a good unit. I can't... Technically, with all the edge cases I'm now throwing at things, I think the 2T holds up probably the best. And if you saw over on Twitter, my money is on the 2T being what they select for the UCI Worlds. We haven't had any official announcement, even though the date was meant to be September 15th, where Zwift and the UCI were to announce their technical partner for a smart trainer. That came and went. Nothing was mentioned. Diving around the UCI website and knowing the history, the UCI have a partnership with Tax for the Road Worlds and their own training centre. So it'd be hard to see them choosing another vendor. Wallbank super chatted $10. Thank you, mate. I much appreciate that. That's any super chats go to the Maxwell Fund, which is diapers or coffee. Coffee for me, diapers for Max. Maybe I should switch those one day. That could be an idea. Shocked the video from Tax Facts about the Tax Neo 2 bearing problem. Yeah, look, that's That's Drew's video. Not something I've encountered with any of my Neos. I think there's a number of factors at play within that video. I think the takeouts were that Tax said they would replace the unit. No questions. They just replace his unit. There's a solution right there. But we're in 2020. It's COVID times. Nothing is normal. It's going to take some time for them to do that. Software update. Look, if you're under warranty and it fails under software update, I'm sure they do the same thing. So it's a big long video. We've got a lot of variables involved there. None of which I've had personal experience with, either bearing failures or issues with support. From a technical perspective, power-wise, response-wise, me doing firmware updates, haven't had a problem. Thoughts on the new kicker? It's interesting. It's still just a kicker. Auto calibration is nice. Ride feel, ride experience. It's just a kicker. The feet don't move a lot. And I'm waiting on the next firmware update that addresses a few power issues. But for erg mode, fine. Standard sim mode rides fine. The gap between Kicker and Neo is pretty much closed. I should have always done these as 5-minute efforts. I can get through these at least. But as with anything large and expensive, if you can purchase locally from a company that will have your back, if you have any issues, you shouldn't have a problem. If you're doing imports from overseas, you may run into issues. Through axles, no problems. Those new ones with the hidden lever, they're working fine. Hey, you got a speed, welcome along. Short Lama lab test today. And the stream is working fine. A few stutters for going direct to YouTube, skipping out on Twitch and skipping out on Restream seems to have fixed my technical dramas. Whew. Yeah, so last night I pulled the pin on that stream and just nuked it. This morning the first stream did exactly the same thing. So I'll give up dual streaming for now. Well, multi-streaming. Whew. You can see here the 2T behaving pretty well. You're seeing the connection up the top there, the watts. It's connected at 4 Hertz over Bluetooth. So it's getting, rather than 3-second smoothing, you're seeing quarter-second power reporting. Yeah, the first stream, I just nuked them. I don't leave those streams up. I'm sorry that the spam emails go out from YouTube with notifications. You click on it, it says private. I'll leave them open, but you just see me swearing at technology. Which is what I cut out of all my other videos. GoPro 9, yep. Already ordered. Short sprint. Wait for it. Didn't get the Neo smell. Alrighty. 3 minutes easy. Whew. Insta360. No experience, sorry. GoPros are my go-to. They just seem to work. They have their quirks. But for a camera that I can put on the front of the bike with awesome, that's the Mike Tyson version, awesome stabilization that I can just press a button and record what I need and use that in the videos. The GoPros are they just work. And it's like having an iPhone. You stick within the ecosystem and know how it works in the ins and outs. They work fine. So for the last 3 or 4 years, I've dropped my money on the GoPro straight away. I thought I was going to sneeze. Luke Smith, welcome along. Hey Luke, we're back. Luke joined me last night for the stream that was, well, obviously flying uphill into the ether that is bad internet. Luke, yeah, the private stream I did last night was fine through Restream into YouTube, worked okay. My marbles game worked fine. This morning, pushing both Twitch and YouTube through Restream Singapore, same issue, completely horrible, drop frames. So I had to pull the pin on the early one. I'm going now straight to YouTube, which is why I don't have chat up here. It's fine. A few encoding issues on my end with the webcam. It slows things down a bit, but other than that, it's working fine. Alright, 2 minutes until we're into the overs and unders. These are fun. Yeah, bizarre one, and I really... It's hard on a live stream going through all that debug. It's all the crap that I do behind the scenes on my other videos. Power meters failing, trainers, not playing ball, getting all the settings right, having dropouts due to other things. Like, it's just a complete circus with failures and stuff, but I get to choose, you know, hiding all that, because if it's my issue, if it's a settings issue or something like that. But live streams, oh yeah, there's nowhere to hide. It's one of those things where I've changed nothing. I am running the beta of the release candidate of OBS. So it's been fine. Again, it's been fine. What changed? It still could be that. We'll see. We'll see. Software update that has no rollback option. That's exactly why I'm still sticking with this OBS version and not rolling back. In case there's no rollback. But that's erg on the 2T. That's looking pretty good. Sprints are good. Power accuracy is fine. I'm going to loop back to the 2T and do a full Lama lab test again. I'm assuming it's going to be the trainer that will be announced for the UCI Road Worlds. So I guess people will want to know, have a technical look at how it performs. So I'll do that. I'm trying to get a disc extractor to check on my bearings. I don't feel any issue with the trainer at all, but it'd be nice to pull my disc off the Neo 2T. And have a look. Okay, gearing. We're in the right gear, alright. Overs and unders, let's do it. Yeah, Vontu. Good luck to people doing the Vontu oat route. Not something I'm going to be tackling at the moment. Alright, 350. That's not too bad. Boom. Going straight here, not back to the Titans. 350 again. The 2T is more polite. It used to really punch into those erg changes. That's fine. There we go. 450. I can't talk during these ones. Well, definitely not today. All right. It pours on the resistance pretty hard, but if you push smoothly into it, it's all good. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. One more of those. Alrighty. We are done. Lama lab test short. Time for a chill. I'm not going to do the next section. Not required. There we go. Overs and unders at the start. Really stressing things out. Not bad. 200, 250 into the sprint. Overs and unders holding pretty smooth. And we are good. You can hear a happy Max in the background, yeah. Downtown. I'll just make sure I got my right microphone settings on, hopefully. There we go, yeah. Max is squealing away. Whew. All right. Time trial day for the tour. Not a flat course either. If you've had a look at the course for the tour, 36 kilometers, I think it is. Let's pull up procyclingstats.com. Brilliant resource. Let's have a look at that. Pro Cycling Stats. So Pro Cycling Stats just used to have the Pro Cycling Stats, and that was it. Of the races and results and riders. Now there is absolutely everything, including a live tracker. ITT Tour de France, 36.2 kilometers. And think of it a little bit, but not a lot, like the Giro time trial that we have on Zwift, and obviously from the Giro. Pretty flat-ish. Well, flat for the first 15 Ks. Slight rise, a couple of little bumps, but exactly 30 kilometers, is it? 30 Ks in, punches up the climb. Now the climb is 6 kilometers at 8.4%, maxing out at 11.4 in the center, so 8%. This is the 500 meter breakdown: 8, 11, 8, 5, 9, 11, 9, 9, 10, 3, 4, and 8.5. Boom, in a time trial. If you've gone flat out to the base and you hit that, ouch. Teams are debating whether they're doing bike changes or not. Alex Dowsett put up on Twitter before some really interesting discussion around the benefits of changing from a TT bike to a road bike, time saved. The tour organisers are onto it, and they've said they can only do it from the team car, not someone on the side of the road. I think you only get a push for 5 seconds. And as Alex said, you can guarantee a lot of the teams have already done all the modelling on something like best bike split. But you can have all the theory in the world. Come race day, curveballs. Bike change to the climb. Look, I guess it depends on... People can climb on a time... If you've got a light time trial bike that you can climb on just fine, you're going to lose time switching to a roadie. If it's... Yeah, so it really depends. It depends on the equipment they use. Depends on the setup and really depends on the rider. I've done plenty of time trials up a hill on a TT bike or with clip-ons and gone a hell of a lot faster. But again, the variables out in the real world are huge. It depends on the wind too. It's a massive tailwind, or if it's a headwind, or it's a side wind. Roglic still has, what, a minute up his sleeve, so things can't go too wrong, unless the POG can really, really climb and time trial. I don't think we'll see a change in GC. Probably not a change in the top 3, top 4. But yeah, procyclingstats.com. Awesome, awesome. What have we got for GC at the moment? Okay, the ROG has 57 seconds on the POG, and the Lope has 1:27, and the Port has 3:06. Even at yeah, no, at that end, that they can all TT within a few percent of each other, so not going to do much. Here's an interesting topic. So maybe the top 15, possibly now the top 13, definitely the top 10 riders at the Tour de France are all separated by less than 1%. So let's say top 10, it was top 15 the other day. But the top 10 riders were all separated by less than 1% of overall time. Every power meter and every smart trainer out there. Oh, actually, the Drivo 2 was 0.5% accuracy. If the tour was decided purely on their power meter accuracy and the power meter readings, and we had the top 10 all within 1%, who wins? Who wins? We don't know. I know there's a lot of other factors involved, but it just goes to show that using power as the absolute measure of effort can be a little tricky on platforms like this. When it comes down to tenths of a second or thousandths of a second, a little bit of a lottery involved. In real life, you don't have lag. In real life, there's no such thing as ping time. You have the speed of light to capture which wheel goes over the line. Okay, I'll bring that back a little bit. It'll be, what are the finish line photo cameras? Are they 10,000 frames a second? 1,000 frames a second? But when we make everything digital, things get very, very tricky. Did we go for a climb? Did we go up the... Let's go up the volcano. Let's do that. Just an easy tick. We'll do a volcano then down. Why not? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the bike technology tonight. I'm sure there'll be a few lightweight discs. Well, it's all depending on the commercial arrangements, isn't it, really? So the teams with a lot of support and a lot of money can have a little bit of influence over what they ride. But I think we'll see a lot of bike changes. Gearing-wise shouldn't matter too much. I mean, there's nothing stopping them putting a 32 on the TT bike. I mean, that flat section, they're going to be in 54, 53 or 54. Small cogs on the back anyway, or large, depending on how you refer to the big or small. And then up the climb, obviously, it's going to be small ring. And then a dinner plate on the back. There'll be no big ringing up that climb. All right. There's definitely going to be no big ringing up this climb with me at the moment. Volcano, let's do it. Let's go for a bit of a climb. More numbers from these power meters too. Always handy. Drafting boost with no one around. Weird flex. Alright, we'll get some ride-ons going. The hardest part about the TT tonight is our time zone watching it. All the big players are very late at night here. Might set the alarm. We have no Durbo. We have no Rowan Dennis. We have Richie to follow. Richie can TT. So we'll expect a decent showing. I tell you what, out of nearly an hour of streaming at 60 frames per second, I have dropped exactly 237 frames over many, many thousands of frames. So I think we'll be streaming direct to YouTube for now. James, let's go, mate. I'm not going too hard. Just ticking it over. Oh, I'm glad. I think we have the stream tech issues behind us. Way too many links in the chain. When it works, it's great. It's impossible to debug something on the fly. Once you're live, you're live. That's it. You can't change ingest servers or settings. That's it. That's it. So I did a lot of private streams that only I was watching. Everything was fine. Go public, bang. Deck of cards falls over. Or house of cards even. No bucket, it was a deck. Everything was sitting flat. It should have worked. Yeah, Callum, maybe. Maybe an earlier rider. You can go either way with time trials in the Grand Tour. You can have a rider like Durbo who's a workhorse, or Dennis, or someone not fighting for GC who could prepare a little bit better and not have to battle the front for the last few stages. Essentially targeting the stage, whereas GC riders can't really target a stage. It's dictated by the competition. But a lot of the time the GC contenders are just so good. You throw them on any bike and they go quick. Hey New York City, welcome along. Hope things are well. Hope New York is doing better than we've seen in the last few months, mate. Spent a few days in New York a few years back. And was invited along to see not a play, but the technical setup of a play on Broadway. Unbelievable. The amount of tech. Whoa. Thoughts of the new GoPro? Funk 44, my money was down straight away on the new GoPro. Can never have enough GoPros. The new one again, it's enough of an enhancement for me to put down $559 Australian. Horizon Lock, I'm very interested in. Not that direction, but that direction. So on Zwift here, when you go up a hill, the camera stays level and flat. So you can tell you're riding up a hill visually. When you go down a hill, the camera stays 90 degree to gravity. There's obviously a word for that I don't know. See here, you can see the road dropping off. As we go up, the road drops off and stays dropped off if you go down. So your perspective lock is on. That's one thing that's missed in cameras at the moment without a gimbal. That horizon lock in that direction. What is that, pitch in flight terms? So Funk 44, that's the main thing I'm looking at. The higher resolution, don't care, 4K is more than enough. 60 frame 4K is just beautiful anyway. The general stabilization on GoPro from 7 onwards has just been brilliant. We'll try the Hypersmooth 3 with the horizon lock on the pitch. I think it's pitch. Increased battery is nice, yep, for sure. How many mounted gadgets on my outdoor bike? Never enough. Never enough. I'm the worst mounted gadget on all the bikes. I'm the one who complains the most and whose energy levels go down low. Typically 2 or 3 power meters. 1 or 2 head units, depending on what I'm recording. Sometimes it's just one. The cameras, the radar, a few things, heart rate monitors. Whoa, we're halfway there. No swooping magpies inside, Richard, mate, those magpies. Okay. That's fine. Hey, Maxie, how you doing? You pulling faces? Want to show everyone your big sprinter legs? Come show everyone your sprinter legs, mate. Come on.
He got very upset when you worked it and he walked off the fence.
Okay. Can we drift on this bike? I think we can drift. Hey, Maxie. Here we go. He's a sprinter. Wait for it. Chunky legs. Oh, Maxie. Still in your jammies. That's fine. Yeah, if I could drop out, that's okay. I think we've got drift. Yes, I think we have front drift. Not as much as the other bike though. There we go. Have I tried an electric bike? Yes! The pedal assist e-bikes are crazy. As a training / competitive cyclist, they're not of much use, to be honest. It's all about making things harder so you adapt and become faster. But for their purpose, for people who can't ride those distances, for bikes that are heavy, mountain bikers, downhillers, things like that, yeah, great idea. And if people can choose pedals over cars because of their e-bikes, that's a good thing. Definitely a good thing. I went once with Mark Ferguson shopping for a camera. Yeah, I did indeed. We went and bought my first Canon G7X Mark II, which is still better than the 3. Drift it. Come on, little man, drift it. All right, 1 hour. And the stream is still up. Yes! There's a win. Sorry, Twitch. Don't get me wrong, Twitch is a much better service to stream to than YouTube. But like this bike, my multi-stream went a bit sideways in the last few days. Solid drift. Mike, you've done a few routes that unlocked the route and then went back later and the badge was still missing. Did it pop up with the banner saying you unlocked the route? And did that ride upload correctly with your Zwift dashboard? You can check that on your activity feed on the mobile app. If you go to, I haven't got it on the screen here, but if you jump over to your ride history within the mobile app, and you'll see the unlocked badge. I'll double check there if it's there. Screenshot that, send it through to Zwift support. I don't think they can apply those badges to your account, but it would be interesting that if you have been awarded those, and on the server side it says you've been awarded those, and their system not registering that would be a weird bug. Yakon, no problem at all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your friendly comments. I really appreciate those. And for your birthday, you got a smart trainer. Which smart trainer did you go with? Or which trainer did you go with? Let us know. Always keen to hear what people are using and their own experience. You hear about my experience quite often. Richard, yes, noise cancelling for this stream. Though it's new drivers, so if it's not working as well as before, could be a reason. Let me have a look. I'll put that set up right. RTX voice. Oh, hell. Samsung Go mic, yeah. Yep, that's all good. Well, it's configured. Port will maintain position in the TT tonight. Magnus, nice one. Oh yeah, mate, the Magnus for what it is. What is it, a 4.2 kilo flywheel? One of the lighter, or was it a 1.15 kilo flywheel? The Magnus was, I think, a little lighter, but it still packed a punch. It could pour on the resistance like nothing else. So that thing's like a little chihuahua that's found a can of Red Bull. It's quite aggressive. It has a lot of bite. It's only a little, but it has a lot of bite. Ah, James, you got me to the top. Good job. Alright, descent party. Descent party coming up. Let's go. You still have to pedal in the middle bit, though. Sagan in the green jersey's not going to happen. Nope. Not going to happen. The question is Sagan slower or is everyone else faster this year? It's easy to say he looks off. But if you put anybody else who's better on a bike next to someone, of course the other person's going to look a little off. Still locking me down. Yeah, we're still in, no, we're in, I'm not sure what stage of lockdown we're in here. I don't do politics, sorry, so we just do what we need to do and go about keeping everybody else and ourselves as healthy as possible. Not much we can do about it, to be honest. I'm not in politics, I'm not going to run against him and change policy. I ride bikes and things are good. Things are good with bikes. That's what we can celebrate, and thank God we've still got bikes to ride and we can go outside. Sagan is peaking for the Giro, sure. I think he's peaking for his gold coins. Anybody see that this week? That was a weird flex. Gold coins. The response was interesting. When I think of a cyclist, I really don't think of buying a gold coin. Either way, we're all talking about Sagan's gold coins. Good stuff. Ant Gardner from Wahoo, how you doing? Here's a shoulder check. There we go, sorry Ant. I believe Ant is responsible for a lot of the iOS Wahoo apps. Oh, he's back. Oh no, I've started a fight now. Damn it. Met Ant over in New Zealand a couple of years back at a Zwift event. Ant came along there. Never know who you're going to meet on Zwift. Chat, your choice. Do we go back to town, or do we go left or right? Left or right? I'm not doing Von 2. No, I'm not doing the Ogre Route stuff this weekend. I do not have the legs or the head to get that done. As a busy student, is it better to do long rides on the weekends or short rides daily on Zwift? Depends what your goal is. If you need to do long rides and prepare for long rides, short rides aren't going to prepare you for longer rides. If you want to get fit, consistency is usually the key if you have no structure. So short rides daily is more consistent than 2 long rides on the weekend and 5 days off. The answer is a mix. Maybe do 3 short rides during the week to keep short and sharp, and then go out and do your longer rides on the weekend. It depends what your goals are. If you're going to be a sprinter or a crit monster, there's no use doing 5-hour rides. But if you want to be an endurance cyclist, do say the Dirty Kanza, 200 miles, there's no use doing 30-minute intervals. Well, there kind of is, but in context of other training for your target event. So it depends. If you just enjoy riding your bike, just do that. Just enjoy riding your bike. And with that, usually you get consistency. you find a group or a bunch, that's how it all started for me. We had a Sunday ride. I'd ride to and from work every day, many years ago. Flat out along the bike path. They were the short little ones, and then on Sundays we'd do a big long ride with a great group of guys. Justin Williams, yeah. On Zwift, and I freaked out. Left or right? Did we say left or right? Or did we let the machine choose? Which way's Ant going? We'll follow Ant. Super tuck. I'm happy with this stream. This stream has stayed up. There's been a few little jumps, but nothing like what I saw. So a lot of it is the ingest server. We are going straight, but right technically. Yeah. So look, it appears my streaming wasn't the encoder. It was just the ingest server for restream. GCN or the Lantern Rouge? Why either? Why not both? Yeah, that'll teach him. Aero boost. All right, roll back into town. We'll call it a day. That's been all right. That's worked well. We've got a short Lama lab test. Bit of a climb. I've had good chats. Off. Can you thumb up me? Is that what you asked your doctor? I've no idea. Can I? I've just thumbed up everyone there. Did that work? My thumbs have disappeared. I've surgically removed the thumbs from my Zwift. There we go. It came through. Sweet. Done and done. Barnes, take that. Already, I'll do a quick step swing off the front. Bang. Oh, that's all. Behave. We're back. Ben, welcome along. How you doing? Hey, Father Christmas. Love your work, mate. Love your work. Can I put my order in? I'd like to put my order in, Father Christmas. I'd like a gravel bike. Hopefully the bandwidth there at the North Pole has been better than what I've had here. Henry on the TT rig, flying, preparing for tonight's stage. Oh, come on, Father Christmas. Don't tell me you've just dropped in and you're not going to contribute to the chat. It's cool roleplay, though. There we go. Big Rush, okay. Just any gravel bike. That'll be great. Medium, 54, Di2. I can set the tubeless up, so don't worry about that. I know it can be a little hard setting tubeless up when it's really, really cold there at the North Pole. You don't want the sealant to freeze. So I've got that covered for you, mate. 42s maybe on the bars? Or am I getting too detailed, Father Christmas? Will that fit in your sack? It won't fit down the chimney here, but you can leave the front door open. Okay. Trevor, thanks for dropping by. Make sure you put your order in with Father Christmas before you depart. Good to see Father Christmas on the stream. Looking forward to the Tooth Fairy, Easter Bunny. Maybe Guy Fawkes can show up and blow it up a bit. Cheers, James. Oh, you've lost Rudolph. Okay. Father Christmas, if you jump on Zwift and ride the Alp, or Epic KOM, there's an Ibex at the top, which could possibly be Rudolph in cosplay. I hear Rudolph's a bit kinky, so he might be cosplaying as the Ibex on the top of the KM. However, the only way you're going to find out, Father Christmas, your sleigh's not going to be able to make it up there. Watts per kilo, just too hard. Drag on that thing. You're going to have to get on the Tron bike. So give that a shot. Hit the Epic Com and talk to the Ibex, aka the kinky Rudolph. And getting back into the fold on the front. Yeah. Nah, I don't have the axle adapter for your sleigh. I don't, but do watch that. You're going to have to watch the thread pitch. I'm guessing you'd probably need something hefty. Probably boost axle with a 1.75 thread pitch to pull your sleigh. Yeah. But I think, yeah, you go see. It's not the Ibex. It's Rudolph. It's Rudolph. I've seen behind the curtain. It really is him. How good are downhills? Grant, you are absolutely spot on. Okay, 1 second. Let's pay tribute to the new Zwifters right here. That's where you first start Zwift, as when you're first signing on to Zwift, and you start the tutorial of where to ride. That's those riders right there. That's where Zwifters are born. You know when you see chicks fly out of their nest? That's the virtual Zwift baby chicks, baby birds flying out of the nest. Hopefully none of them take a dive, get caught up as fox dinner. But if you're ever wondering what those group of riders are there on Mytopia, interesting there's such a big bunch this time of the day. Kevin, thank you very much. That's exactly why I do videos. Hopefully they're informative and helpful. Hopefully at the end of the video you've watched is either like, oh, I didn't know that, or hey, that's going to solve my problem too, or maybe you have a laugh. Hopefully that works. That's the goal. I've got a lot of stuff, or access to a lot of stuff, and I'm just, for years and years and years and years, I've just always been buying bike stuff or searching for the next cool thing. And I had a lot of people early on help me out with, oh, here's how to do something this way, here's how to solve a problem this way. And what YouTube allows me to do is almost, you pretty much pay that back with what I've got access to at the moment. And it's fun. I ride this stuff. I really enjoy this stuff. It's not for the sake of just making a video. I'm still looking for that perfect trainer or that perfect power meter, or something that makes what we currently have a little better, such as a firmware update or new software, or something like that. And I'm just lucky I get to put that in video, and it gets a few views, which is awesome. It's not all smiles though, to be honest. Oh yeah, why not? Why not? 400 kilometers an hour. S Black, was that you? Flying. Yeah, as you saw with this live stream here, it's never always straightforward with this technology. A lot of runners out today. But in part of that, if I can make things easy to understand, usually it's I've got to learn the thing myself, fix the problem for myself, and then make a video about what I've done. Thanks, Father Christmas. Thank you. Yeah, good job. That's a good. I love that. I was going to say it's a good troll, but you didn't troll at all. You were great, Father Christmas. Enjoy your surfing other live streams. I hope they're as welcoming as we were. Gravel bike, Di2 GRX, 42mm or 40s to be fine. Thanks. Door will be open. This is Watopia. Cool. Throwing some hooks. Oop, on the bike. But this stream direct to YouTube has worked a treat. Has worked a treat. I'll need to put a ticket in with Restream. Oh yeah, times two, Father Christmas. Vaughn can ride the same frame size as I. We just put the seat down and put a smaller stem on there. Good to go. Maybe we can get one with the dropper post. We could suit it for both of us. I'll go through the 40Ks, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for putting up with some starts and stops on the streams. As I said before, there's nothing to hide when you go live. If it doesn't work, it just straight doesn't work. That wasn't the technology here on the bike, it was my internet connection and where I was streaming through. Kevin, your smart bike, your Stages smart bike cadence accuracy. Well, the first thing is check the firmwares on both cranks. That can be done with either the Stages Power app or the Stages Link app. Probably Stages Power. So jump on the Stages Power app, which is just for the Stages cranks, because there's one right next to me here. Make sure the firmware's updated. Actually, I can tell you right now. Give me 1 sec while I'm cooling down. I've just woken those cranks up. Yes. I'm due to be back on that bike shortly. I'm not sure I have the app on this phone that I can show you live. Maybe I do. That'll be very handy. Stages Link. I've only got the Stages Link app, but we can go through my configuration. Let's have a look. Not that one, that one. Da, 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 da. I love these live stream tech little segments. It's what I'm doing anyway, but the camera's rolling and you just get to see how it all works in real time. No devices found, cool. I'm not sure, do I even have Bluetooth turned on? Probably not. No, I don't. I've got that turned off for this system. Da, da, da. Device manager. Plus, I think I've removed it. Stages bike from here. Oh, the bike itself is not plugged in, but the cranks are turned on, so I'll need to pull. Damn it, that's not going to work unless I pull down the app. Da, 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 da. We can do that. That sounds right for the firmware on the bike. I'll just check the firmware on the cranks because that's where the cadence comes from, the cranks. So that's why I'm aiming at that. Stages Power. Stages Power. No, that stream has been that's been fine. That's been fine. Aside from a few of the USB issues with this camera, but that's working. Stages Power. Okay, here we go. Phone. Connect with Bluetooth. That should fine. Unless they've gone to sleep. But the Stages Power app, that's the one to check with, if that's not going to work here. Hey, Luke, welcome along. Thank you for subscribing. Do I need to subscribe to today's plan to enter the rider's weight in the Stages Link app? No. I'd hope not. Why is it not finding anything? There we go. No, and if you do need to subscribe to today's plan to get that done, you should be able to at least get that functionality without having to subscribe to a paid today's plan account. Updated all the firmware, the latest as of last Friday. Okay, yeah, that should be okay though. But let's have a look at what mine is currently set to. Loading up here, so the Stages bike is next to me. I'm on my TCR at the moment. Hey, let's do a firmware upgrade. I'm on beta. Yeah, okay. No, I'm on a beta firmware for the cranks there. But if we click on firmware here, there we go. 171 for the cranks. So the bike firmware is different to the crank firmware. Check you're on 171. That's the latest public. I'm on 10.35. That's up in the stratosphere of alpha, I think. But it's not going to help. I've been tinkering. So 10, 5, 1, 5, 3, 5, 2, 5, 7. Yes, even I'm out of current version. No, current version, yes, 171. You see there on the bottom there, 171 is the current version. For the public, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Cool. Yeah, in that case, one for Stages support, they should be all over that. You can do things like unlink them and relink the two cranks. There's even the trick of shorting the terminals, taking the battery out, shorting the terminals for a few seconds, putting the battery back in. Sometimes people put the battery in backwards to do that, just to connect the two terminals. If you can send them the data, they can have a look at that. The more data you can provide a company, and this is not just Stages, any company, the more data you can provide and how to replicate your issue, they love that. Oh, road feel. But for me, the cadence hasn't been an issue. Definitely not up to the 150 to 200 issue like you're reporting. Must be nearly lunchtime. I'm getting hungry. Max was up at 6:20 this morning. I'm not a morning person. During the Tour de France, I've been known to sleep until 11:30, and phase shift my day. We've still kind of phase shifted the end of the day, but we have an alarm clock called Maxwell now, which has been a little hard. It's all good though. It's happened every ride. I'll be back on, Kevin. I'll be back on. Would you like to upgrade? No. Back on the Stages bike very shortly. Keep me updated though, Kevin. I'm interested to hear how that goes. Again, as a lot of people come to my channel for information, I still see everyone else's experience, comments like yours. I put them in the back of the mind. If I come up against that before and you have a solution for it, it's brilliant for me to be able to have a solution for people like yourself. So feel free to drop a comment on any of the Stages bike videos or shoot me a message once you get on top of that one. The Stages bike group on Facebook is also handy, but you've got to be careful with fan groups, which are support groups, becoming a little toxic. Because that's all, and they become you're very lethargic reading them over and over with people with different problems and things. They can be a great resource. 4 or 5. Anyhow. But there's quite a community for the Stages bike. People love their Stages bikes. It's great. I think the one thing I'd love with the Stages bike is just the levers, just the gear changes. Just like I like my Di2. Other than that, it's all happy. Okay, so we're done with the Stages power stuff. Anyhow, 3, 4, 5. That's where mine are at. Oh, I should have done a 0 reset while I was there. Hey. Oh, they are. They are set. I'll call them with Von, see if Von wants to chat as we're riding along. Not even lunchtime yet. I've still got some viewers. I really appreciate people dropping by my streams. They're a little different than my normal videos. My normal videos are, here's either a piece of technology or here's a calibration error. Okay. Normal videos are typically, I mean, as you know, if you know the channel, it's either a piece of technology or it's here's how to do something, or here's a little bit of news. These live streams are as raw as you get. I try not to swear. I try not to get too frustrated with the technology when it doesn't work. But that comes through as well, like everyone else. Nothing to hide here. Not everything works all the time. And Miller right on, thank you. I was going to call it quits, wasn't I? The Zwift effect. Yeah, for sure. The Saris M2, if it's cheap, if you can get a Saris M2 for cheap and it's compatible with your bike, yeah. Packs a punch. The M2, wheel-on trainer. If it's close though to a, it depends on where you are with the pricing. If it's close though to a wheel-off trainer, direct drive, always go the direct drive. Cool. We'll bring Von in and have a chat. Someone's been out riding bikes today on her new bike. Let's have a chat to Von. I still need to get, not wireless headphones because they don't work too well for the quality, but just a black set of headphones so this isn't dangling around. We should be able to bring Von in. And feel free to ask Von any questions, I can relay those through. I'm hoping we have all the audio set up. I can must go which one of the bikes she likes. Here we go. Vaughn, are you there? Can you hear me? I can indeed. You can't see me probably because I have another camera, okay? But you're just fine. Yeah, cool. All right, I'll bring you in.
Fantastic.
There we go. Welcome along, Vaughn. Thanks for dropping by.
Hello.
We've got Twitch chat here that I have to get rid of. So, Vaughn, you're out for a ride this morning?
Yeah, I've still got my helmet here. I've come back, have a shower, but I'm all frazzled from the wind.
I can see your helmet marks there. What helmet are you running? Your Prevail?
Yes, I've got a Prevail, one of the new ones with the Angie sensor at the back.
Rightio. All good. Now, sunshine, wind. What was happening this morning?
Oh yeah. I actually rode my bike outside.
I guess you rode out. Yeah.
Did I mention that? I don't know if I mentioned that already.
The sun's back out. Any magpies today?
No, we were pretty good. We got out just after sunrise, so if there were magpies, we should be able to see them. The one thing I did spot on the ride was camel. I did see a camel.
Okay. Just the one? Just the one?
Just the one.
I know there's two. There's two out that way. There's two camels, but they only have one hump. So it's two camels with one hump each.
Yeah, one each. 2 lumps. 2 camels, 2 lumps.
That's funny.
Yeah, so I did a 60k loop today with the ladies. This is the first time in regional Victoria we've been allowed to exercise in groups up to 10 people.
Hey.
Yeah, but when we stop at the end, we have to put our masks on just to make sure that we're being safe in the public area as well.
Yeah, so the coffee shop and everything you had to be masked up until you were
That's
sipping
right.
coffee. Can you get a straw under your little mask?
Yeah, we were still seated at a really, really big long table, but we're all about 1 metre apart around the table.
Yep.
And then because we left at a later time this morning and one of the ladies was late, we were a bit late back to the coffee shop, and we'd parked all of our bikes next door, and the shop opened. That gets awkward, doesn't it? Yeah. So we were like, oh, so sorry, and we took off straight after our coffee. Yeah.
I've seen physical fights. Sassafras is at the bottom of 1 in 20. The Piranha, we will call him the Piranha, for good reason. Mr. Piranha, who used to ride with us, very savage when it comes to protecting his herd. And somebody walked past and wanted to kick our bikes and get very angry. Like, we were being very polite, and we jumped straight up out of our chairs to move the bikes out of the way. But Mr. Piranha subdued somebody who wanted to be very aggressive towards us with bikes. It's amazing what people do. We're just humans. Like, we're not littering, we're not being inconvenient, we're not abusing people. However,
and
people seem to
not intentionally bad.
No.
We would have moved, not even parked there had they been open at the time. Yeah. So
even when you put look, do we go into the story about what happened out not too far from here at Snake Valley one day? No, we don't go into that story. Let me just paraphrase that, where I only got beaten up by a priest. We'll leave it at that. If anybody wants to hear the full story of when I almost got beaten up by a priest,
we need to put that one to rest.
Oh no! I am. He fisticuffed in my face. We'll stop the story there. But were police involved? They weren't there. I did call the TV cameras over though, and they were there pretty damn quick. And he backed off. Man,
that was another time.
Wow.
So, yes,
wow on that.
Today was a great day.
Yes.
And,
another day, chat. Another day. We'll get into it when Von's not around.
Yeah.
We'll go the whole hog on that one. Anyway, but the wind is out today. I was going to go out and tease some magpies. Sorry, do some extra testing. But you said the wind is picked up.
Today is a massive ripping northerly, so by the time we came back into town, we've got a large lake that's about 5 kilometres around it, 5-6 kilometres, and it was starting to get a little bit of choppy whiteness on top. So today would be a perfect day to go south. So start from north and head south, head towards the long way.
And get picked up direction. And not... Yes. Yeah.
So we have lunch at Meredith or something. We'll meet you there.
I'll end up in Torquay.
Yeah. Yep, that would be a ripper ride right now.
Actually, if we had done that right, we have some friends down that way. So, Bells
That's right.
Beach.
There's options.
Bells Beach.
Yeah.
Always
that's-
good running.
It's a
Hang on.
lovely part of the world.
I'm up a climb. So Vaughn, can we book in? Hopefully this week, new bike day video.
Yes.
So-
yes, I was out on my new bike today. It was amazing. It goes really fast, especially when there's a tailwind like we had today, and it like loves to rip up and down roller hills. That's really fun.
Does it stop really fast though? Because we did change the disc rotors over to the Dura-Ace ones, which look a
I
lot
didn't
faster.
have to touch my brakes today. I don't know.
So why did I even put disc brakes back on there? We could have just taken the rotors off, and you could have just had a go bike, not a stop bike. But it does look so much cooler. It does. If people didn't see that video, people didn't see that video this week. I did the same to Veronica's bike as I have done for mine. We just switched the rotors from the Ultegra silver platters over to the Dura-Ace discs of death.
Yeah,
And
they're
then look
lovely. We also put
yeah.
the wireless module in the handlebars as well, so I was able to see all my metrics today.
Yep.
One of the things that one of my friends has recently upgraded her bike to, and she forgot to charge her ETAP battery. And I reminded her that she could actually add a field to her Garmin to show what's happening with her ETAP.
Yeah.
So that doesn't require a wireless module like we have installed on my bike.
No.
That comes with a price tag with ETAP though.
You could probably buy 10 wireless modules from Shimano for the price of the ETA. However, that's not the point. The point is it comes with, so you don't have to pay for it.
That's right. That's right. And she would have been alerted a bit more with her battery. Yeah.
Now with the ETAP stuff as well, you can switch the front battery over to the rear. So if you can either have either or. So if you want to go big ring, small ring, you can choose that, or you can use your rear cassette. Yeah. There's a few bailouts there. Shimano bailout, you have no option. You have your front derailleur goes first, and then you've got a few rear shifts up your sleeve, and then it's time to get home.
Maybe that's why Philippe has been kicking his in the last week. I don't know. In the tour footage I'm talking about.
I mean, if you want to adjust, your rear derailleur, if it's like 10 centimeters out, if your front rear derailleur is out by that much, why not kick it? Why not kick it? Why not kick it back? Really, a few millimeters out means a bad adjustment.
Kick it into the small ring.
He was kicking something. I'm not sure it's going to work. Maybe the old mechanical stuff you kick into place, the Di2. Not quite how it works. Anyhow. All good. Hey, Vaughn, question came in. We had Father Christmas. Literally, we had actual Father Christmas in a chat before.
Oh my God.
Look, he was looking for
Did you put in
Rudolph.
a good word for me?
No, I didn't. I forgot, but the chat did for you. So I put in a good word for myself because it's all about me. I put in an order for a gravel bike. Any frame's fine. As long as it's GRX Di2 with a 42 centimeter bar set up. Medium. I told him not to worry about the tubeless setup because it can be hard setting up tubeless in freezing cold conditions in the northern hemisphere, North Pole.
Yeah.
So my order is in. It won't come in the chimney here because we don't have a chimney. The front door will be open. I put in all my details. The chat had your back though. They said order 2 because Von wants one. So Von,
I do.
you need to thank the chat for that. So
thanks, chat. Well, I still have to have words with Santa because I put in that order for a new bike 2 years in a row and it still didn't come until I bought it myself. So
would you think he's going to be able to deliver during Corona times? Santa during Corona.
It's a miracle. This is what Santa does. He has to.
It's our only hope. It's our only hope. Can he save 2020 in the last week? Do you reckon Santa will want to do the Festi 500?
Yeah, it's a Festi 500 grav.
You've had the idea of doing the Festi 500 gravel. I told you it's going to take twice as long to do.
It's all about the experience.
It's all about the coffee.
Grav routes all around here. There's amazing farm roads and stuff like that rollers, and there's no one around.
Correct. Yeah. That one time, the one time Slane and I went out on the grav bike that I had a loan of from Canyon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yep.
We were on a dirt road, and we had our radars on. Beep 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 beep. Like, oh damn it. Okay. Very rare sighting of a car on a dirt road. We've pulled over. The car pulls up next to me. Window comes down. G'day boys. Whereabouts are you going today? And it was a ute or a tray truck, I guess you'd call it. 2 bikes in the back, 2 cyclists. They were heading it down to Portland for a ride, but they just wanted to have a chat to us. So in the most random spot. So to balance out my punchy priest, we had some really nice people, not too far from where that actually took place, pull up and just have a chat to us about bikes on a gravel road. It was super cool.
No, that is cool.
So
there's a really good community out this way.
Yeah, for
for
sure.
riding. Yeah, and we had a couple of new ladies on the ride this morning, so
Oh, good. Yeah.
that they'll come and join us again.
Yep.
They seem really keen, maybe because everyone's being cloistered away from us.
Oh, yeah. Human contact as well. Stefan says, I hope you're doing well, Von.
Yeah, doing great now.
Von's
Great
doing really
to
well.
get out for a ride.
You got a ride last night and the ride this morning on a real bike.
Yes,
Who needs a derailleur hanger alignment tool? Philip probably needs a derailleur hanger alignment tool.
I think so. Yeah, I started, did a bit of a ride last night, and then I've just put it on pause, left Zwift running. I'll go finish it off tomorrow. So,
It's still running?
yeah, I'm doing the pretzel.
Good luck with that.
No, the pretzel's fine. I've checked.
Are you checked?
Yes, the Uber pretzel is not good. So that's for route badges that are not currently working. So pretz is all good. Yes, I'm about half done for that from last night.
Fingers crossed. My next route badge will be PRL half, I think, which you've already done. 4 laps
Yes,
up
yep.
Fox Hill. I think it's Fox Hill or Box Hill? Fox Hill.
Yep, that one's done. So you'll enjoy that one.
Yeah, I'm going to use it as an interval session. So my 5x5s, it's about a 6.5 minute climb, I think maybe 7 minute climb. So I'll do 4 of those rather than 5x5s. I'll do 4 of those. I think it's 8 or 9 kilometers between. So there's going to be a nice lot of recovery between. Hey, we're nearly at 50Ks. I'm going to ride to a 50Ks. Says me, who's
Really?
going to ride to 40. Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming into lunchtime, so don't get too hungry.
I am a little hungry, but we'll get it done. The chat's good. Everyone's here.
Awesome.
What else is happening? So new bike. Okay, Von, I'm going to lock you in for new bike. We'll have to get the specs of your bike.
Yeah.
And
So that means we get to go for a ride together.
We do. We'll put Max into the little what do we call that?
Take it.
The petri dish of sickness. Oh, it is. So Max had an orientation day, and I got sick straight away, and so did he. But good for our immune systems. Lol, it's Friday night. How good is the future? B-Man, the future is... Von, how's the future? Because we are in the future, being Saturday lunchtime.
It's a beautiful sunny day for riding bikes.
The future's good. Enjoy. B-Man, tomorrow's going to be a good day for you to ride bikes as well.
Yeah.
Are we scared of magpie? Oh, yeah, you guys are not scared of magpies. It really depends on the magpie.
You ride in groups as well. If you ride in a group, they keep away.
Yeah,
Or
if you're
the
on the
person
front.
at the back.
Yeah, exactly right. It's the person at the back who's not afraid of magpies.
Which is why I was happy today that I wasn't the fastest and wasn't the slowest.
And you weren't the one who got swoops.
We didn't see any. It was fine.
Yeah, it really depends. If I know where an aggressive one is on the sheep patrol route. So yeah, he was squawking at me yesterday. No contact yet though this year, but damn those things. It's more the fright of those birds. They don't. Yes, they can scratch, but they're soft when they hit you. Hey, S. Miller is coming up behind
They
me.
hit you, apart from the beaks and the claws.
Yeah, but they don't. It's not enough. Their force isn't enough to knock you off the bike. The fright is.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. No worries, Craig. Thanks for joining along. Just chilling for this
I've
section
got
through
some
here.
friends that are going up to Bright next weekend. They've booked a whole house that has a pool and a spa as well. And they're taking their grandparents up with them, or, their parents, so they've got babysitters. And they're going to do Toowoomba and Buffalo.
Hey, Angela, how you doing? Welcome along to the chat.
What a great idea, hey?
It's like
regional Victoria's open.
It sounds like the olden days. Remember those where we used to be able to go places? We've got to get back up to Bright sometime during this summer. We'll get little Maxie and we'll dip his little legs in the creek. Bright is if nobody knows Bright, if you're in Victoria, you'll know Bright.
Yeah.
Beautiful little country town. Hills in almost all directions. Just a great place to escape to. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going up there. I think we'll do Buffalo. I'm keen on Buffalo. It's just one of those hills you can just ride up and enjoy scenery. Regional is lucky. Exactly, we are. Melbourne, you're getting close. The numbers are good. Numbers are looking better.
Melbourne doing really good. Very proud of you to stop infecting each other.
Or is it the country people haven't gone there to infect more Melbourne people and vice versa? Anyhow, nah, nothing's predictable, so we'll see. We can only hope we can get back up to Bright 2 sometime soon. If we go to Bright from here, though, we have to go around the top, don't we? We'll have to go through, Castlemaine.
Yeah, we can scoot around Melbourne.
We can't, because the quickest
20 minutes on.
The quickest way, though, we still can't go through the ring road. Because that's us entering the danger zone.
Yeah, there's checkpoints before then.
Yeah, we'll go north around past Seymour. Yeah, it's crazy times. Anyhow, that's what we've been dished out this year. We'll deal with it. Things are good otherwise. Von, we'll lock you in for a new Bike Day video very soon before it becomes Old Bike Day.
It will never be old. It's always the newest.
It's always the new bike.
Check out my new bike.
Well, we've done all the upgrades. I think we've ticked all the boxes, haven't we?
Yeah, it's got all of the bits and pieces that I wanted to do before doing the video. So all of the things have been delivered. We've installed them.
Yep.
It looks schmick now.
Yep.
So we've got to get it out there
It's
in
time.
the sun, and so you can see the paintwork shimmering.
Somebody picked up on the paintwork on just the... I'll pull it up on screen here. It had... it's on my
like
Instagram.
Blue, black, purple, all at once.
Where I can't find it on my Instagram on this little phone here, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. Someone picked up on just the photo of the rotor that I took with a little dinosaur tool. Someone picked up on the paint job. It's just that little. It was like 2 inches of the fork, just a little bit of the fork. Someone says, "I love that paintwork. It looks so cool." So we'll clean the bike up, or even though it's not that dirty, or is it? Does it need a clean? Yeah, okay. We'll clean the bike, then we'll get some close-up shots.
Wipe down before we do the close-ups. Yeah.
That's what baby wipes are for. That's why we have to take them off Max for. All right, we are done with the ride here. Thank you everybody for coming along. Von, thank you for joining us for the last little bit here. 50 kilometres, a lot more than what I thought I'd get done. Still looking for a ride outdoors this afternoon. Or if if the sun's out, it might be a walk with Max. I think that'll win me more points. I have to stop talking before I get into trouble. Hey, Von, I'm going to hang up on you now. Thanks for calling. I'll see you soon, Von. Oh, good. Hey, chat, thanks for sticking by. Thanks for joining me along for the ride there. Always fun to bring other people in. I'll see if I can hook up some more people into my Discord and we'll bring them in for a chat. Just makes time go a lot faster. Just involves the community a little bit more, which is why I do these live streams and why I've stuck with it, even though we are dealing with a few technical issues with the multi-stream. All good. Go out, enjoy your day, enjoy your rides, buy something new, put it on your bike, and ride further. That's what keeps me going. If I've got a new power meter or a new something or other to ride with, it always keeps me happy or keeps my mind off the long roads ahead, but it's all worth it. Says me saving all my data so we can compare this ride. Have a great day. We'll be back soon here on YouTube because everything seems to work. All right, we'll see you soon.